my last tomorrow. I'm holding my last breath. Goodbye, sweet world of sorrow. My new life begins with death. I am standing on the mountain. I can hear the angel songs. I am reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home. All my burdens are behind me. I have prayed my final prayer. But don't you cry over my body, for that's not me lying there. No, I'm standing on the mountain. I can hear the angel songs. I am reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home. No, I'm standing on the mountain. I can hear the angels' songs. I am reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me on. All my burdens will be behind me, for I have prayed my final prayer. Don't you cry over my body, for that's not me lying there. No, I'm standing on the mountain. I can hear the angel songs. I'm reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home. No wonder that Christ, He said, when He stood up on the mountain and He said, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. I can tell you this day, friend, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. And He has anointed me. I feel with everything in me, Brother Glenn, to preach His gospel. It's His gospel today. It's His word. You want to know the greatest love story about Mother? It was written here in this book. You want to know the greatest story written about love? It's all through these pages right here. Oh, friend, as I read and I thought of Mother's Day, and the writer was beginning to say, and he was talking about a woman, and her prize was worth of rubies. I was wondering who he was talking about, and I wonder who the writer was talking about, Brother Nate, when he said he seen a woman standing on the moon. I wonder who he was talking about, and she had a garment on. Aren't you glad today you got a garment on, church? Aren't you glad today? It's been washed in His blood. today and ready to go? Are you ready, Brother BJ? I believe you are. Have you been down, friend, to the banquet house? Has His banner over you been loved? I wonder who He was talking about. I wonder when He said, she's like a merchant ship. She brings her food from a far country. I wonder then, who is this woman? Who is she? Aren't you glad she is the one? She is the choice one of her mother who bare her. Aren't you glad today that you're part of her? I'll tell you, where is she at? She's in the garden today. She's in the garden today. Are you in the garden today? Oh, Brother Jeremiah, we're going to hear some news one day. What is it going to be? The groom is coming. Hey, rise, my love, my dove, rise up, my fair one, come away with me. Where are we going to? I'm going to heaven. Why? This world ain't my home anymore. I'm just a stranger passing through. You can have this old world. Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. Why do you want Him? He's my love today. He's my fair one. Oh Lord, come. Oh friend, aren't you glad today? You're part of Him. Oh, you know what, Brother Dean? You know what started to change me? We was at church one day, and somebody joined the church, and my little boy, he looked at me, and he said, Dad, when are you going to join? Oh, son, it tore me to pieces. I started to mourn. I started to cry. Oh, Lord, what a wretch I've been. Friend. But you know what today? I met this man. And you know what he did? He didn't say, who are you been? No. He knew where I was at. Oh, Brother Glenn. He just said, come. Oh, come. Is that not love, Brother Sammy? Is that not love? He didn't worry about what I've done. Oh, no. He said, I died for you. Yes, sir. Just come. Oh, taste of me and see that I am good. And besides me, there is none other. Aren't you glad, oh church? You're part of this woman. She's a beautiful woman. She just got eyes for one. Her beloved. She's waiting on Him. And He's coming. And He's going to call for her.
We'll answer.
And she's ready. She's ready. Sure she is. And she's dressed up in a garment to her foot. It's white as snow. It's been washed in the blood of the Lamb. Who is worthy to open the seals and look thereon. Heaven was searched. The earth was searched, and under the earth was searched, none found. But here He was, always, wasn't He? Alpha and Omega, right with the Father in the beginning. And what He say? Father, I'll go down there. I'll die in their stead. Aren't you glad today, friend? It's hard sometimes for me to stand here and tell you just how good He is, because words can't compare to His the feeling that He puts down in our hearts. I can tell you this. Some says, I got Him. I got Him. And I'll tell you, if you got Him, the world will know about it. They can see a difference in you. They'll see a difference in the way you walk. They'll see a difference in the way you talk. Why? The old writer, the old timers used to say, it's like grease in a gourd. It'll come to the outside. You see if it's in. And no wonder the little boy was sitting in church one day about 5 years old, and the preacher began to say just how big God was. He said, the Lord is so big. He said, He's so big, He can be here and over in Africa. He can be over in China at the same time. He's just so big. And he said, but yet the Lord is so small. He comes down right in the hearts of men and women. A little boy was sitting in church and he marveled at that one day, and he thought, man, that's something. And he went to the preacher after church and he said, I heard you. And he said, you did? And he said, yeah, I heard you say how big God was and how He gets in you. And the little boy said, preacher, if He got in me, I guess He'd be sticking out all over, wouldn't He? He's so big. You see, out of the mouth of babes. I promise you, friend, today, if He's in you, He's sticking out all over. The world knows about it, you see. They know about it, Brother Jerry, don't they? Why? There's a change comes in a man. Why? Why does that change come? Because you hate the things you once loved, and you love the things you once hated. You're not your own keeper no more, but you're kept by His power and by His love. What is peculiar then? You know what's peculiar is? It's love. It's love. You see, it's strange to the world how you can love me and you don't even know me. It's strange to the world how you can pray for my children and you don't even know them. That's peculiar, you see. That's what peculiar is. It's Jesus Christ. It's the love of God. It's shed abroad in the hearts of all men today. And if you got Him, you know about it. Yes, you do. You don't have to have somebody to tell you about it. You know about it. Happy Mother's Day today. I know sometimes we got our mothers, and I'm thankful my mother's still with me. Dean, you've been blessed beyond measure. But I bet if you talked to Sister Eula, and she'd say, I remember Mommy just like it was yesterday. Or Mom could say, I can remember my mother. We called her Granny. She'd say, I can remember holding me when I was a little girl. All of us can do that, can't we? God has blessed us with memories of our loved ones. Isn't that wonderful today? But you know what today, and one of the brothers mentioned it today. As the brothers looked for them a song, but one of the brothers mentioned this today. They said that about heart attacks and strokes, but you could be a renowned surgeon, have the best hands. You could have a stroke or Parkinson's, and your work is done. You could lose everything you had in this life. You wouldn't be able to pay for it no more. Couldn't work. You could be a renowned speaker and a stroke come on you and you could never talk again. Amen. You would lose your way to provide for your family. You could have the strongest back in the world and give you the best ditch digger. But if it goes out, then you have nothing. But if you got God in your life, if you got Jesus in your heart, no matter what comes your way, you're a winner. You're a winner either way. You see, no wonder they wrote that little song. I'm a winner either way. Whether I live or whether I go, I'm a winner. The church door's open today to receive members by experiencing baptism. If you feel like God has saved your soul, if you've repented and been born again, you know all about it. We offer you a home here. We love you. I don't know a better home. I've surrounded myself with